But if you are we talking about cheat meal, or are we talking about a healthy alternative meal? Because my cheat meal is kind of wild, bro. During the summer holidays, I play a game called RuneScape. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yes.
That game took my soul, bro. Took my soul. I almost failed my GCSE because of that game, bro. So we weren't looking at people like Arnold Schwarzenegger or all those kind of bodybuilders. We were looking at Goku. Like that was like the blueprint for us.
Yeah. Hi guys, we're here with one of our favorite guests. He's been with us for a long time as one of our clients on this long journey, and we're here with Gabriel today. Thank you for coming to do it for the Art Studio.
Thank you for having me, bro. Honestly, it's been a pleasure. It's been incredible just being part of this journey and seeing your progression from the barbershop over the last 5 years. You know, I think it's incredible what you guys are doing here. It's very new, and I think the younger generation are taking over from our generation, and you guys are doing a phenomenal job. So keep it up.
We're trying. But tell the people who you are, what you do, and why it's so important to you.
Okay. So my name's Gabriel Gumikin, and I am an IT contractor, and essentially I went to university. I got a computer science degree, and coming from an African household, you have to be doing something of importance in life. For me, I'm also a professional bodybuilder, and that's a hobby for me. And for me, the goal was never to be a professional bodybuilder. I got into bodybuilding because from a very young age, I used to eat a lot of food. Like, I don't think you understand how much I used to eat, like, to the point where I would buy 10 or 20 Kinder Buenos.
Wow.
And snack eat in the middle of the night. And when I started working, I used to eat like 8 double cheeseburgers in one sitting. And my mom used to say to me, Aramide, that's my Nigerian name.
Yeah.
You need to be careful. You need to stop eating like so much food. You're going to be big like your dad. And my dad's a very big guy, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to look like him, if I'm being honest, because I wanted to essentially just be in good shape. I had a few of my friends that were in shape, and back in them days, they'd get all the attention. And me being short and a little bit chubby, it just wasn't the best look.
Yeah.
So then it just got to a point, I got to 19, 20, I started to see a belly forming. But at this time, I'd already shot up in weight. I was already 6 foot in height. And I just didn't like what I saw.
Yeah.
And that constant reminder that my mom kept saying to me as a young child growing up, like, you're going to be big like your dad, you're going to be big like your dad, actually scared me. So I just decided to do something about it. I started training when I went to university. Literally, I was just meticulous. Monday to Friday was my schedule. At uni, I was known as that guy just went to the gym. Essentially, no one else was like, oh yeah, that's the guy that goes to the gym. I used to go to 1 or 2 parties.
Yeah.
I can literally count the amount of parties I went to in one hand.
Wow.
I literally prioritized gym, and on the weekends, I was coming back to Milton Keynes to work. Wow. Because back then I worked in Curry's.
Yeah.
And then essentially, one of my good friends, I hated them back in those days. Like, one of those guys are genetically blessed.
Yeah,
They've got the abs, they've got that Colgate smile.
Yeah.
He used to walk around with his sleeve rolled up at work and used to get all the attention.
Yeah.
And then me and him just had some kind of rivalry. We used to go to the gym after work. And the guy is just genetically blessed.
Damn.
So one day I ended up going to one of his bodybuilding shows in 2013. And he just looked incredible. Honestly, the guy was like a Greek god, like just cut, shredded all the time. And that really opened my eyes to bodybuilding. I had no knowledge of bodybuilding and what it entailed back then. But when you go to a show like that, where back then social media wasn't really a thing, it was just on the come up.
Yeah.
It was just like phenomenal to me. I was just like, wow, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And then I fell in love with it. I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to start prepping for my show. Then my friend turned pro in 2016. And then I said, yeah, I have to turn pro.
Yeah.
And then it took a while because of COVID and stuff, but by 2022 I turned pro, and the rest has just been history, honestly.
Wow. So it all stemmed from the fear of not being something that you didn't want to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that was your, as you said, your key motivator
Yeah.
for your progress. How does that differ, and how do you utilize that as a motivator? So you said you were going to the gym countless times in a
Yeah,
week,
yeah.
to a point where you can count how many times you actually went to parties.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. So like you prioritize. I'm presuming you prioritize your diet. What was your diet looking like back then?
I'll be honest with you. When I started to take training seriously,
Yeah.
2021, obviously I have no knowledge. I had
course.
to do my own research.
Okay.
I literally went through so many different diets to try and see what works for me, but I didn't have the knowledge.
Got you.
Right?
Yeah.
So even though I was able to change my physique by a good 20%, it's still, my nutrition still wasn't right.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
exactly.
So I literally thought zero carbs
Wow.
would literally allow me to just attain the physique that
Wow.
I needed to get. But I saw a bit of definition, but it wasn't to the standards that
you wanted.
I wanted.
Okay.
Because I have a friend and he's just chiseled, and I was comparing myself against him.
yeah,
To
yeah.
be like, how can I look like that? What do I need to do? So I thought zero carbs was the way, but that is not the way to do it. So my body really transformed
Yeah.
when I saw a friend, his physique. So I messaged him on Facebook. I was like, bro, how did you change? In 5-6 weeks? How did your physique change so much? And then he told me, oh, one of his good friends is a PT. He's an online coach. And he was like, if you sign up with him, he'll be able to do the same exact transformation for you.
Wow.
I did a 12-week transformation with him. But before I did the 12-week transformation, I went on holiday with my friend Cezanne. I ended up fracturing my wrist.
Wow.
Fractured my wrist. I was so adamant that no, I need to go through this,
Yeah.
transformation.
Yeah.
I was able to do things around it, and he took my physique to another level.
Right.
That's when I knew it's all about diet. You have to be meticulous with your diet, making sure you're eating the right food, especially if you want an extreme transformation, And honestly, that transformation was just crazy. I wish I had a photo to show you. But that's when I truly saw my abs.
Yeah.
Then I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And people around me in the gym were like, Gabriel, wow, like even with a fractured wrist, you were able to achieve this.
Yeah.
And then that was it for me. I just ran with it. And then I was like, okay, now I'm ready to truly compete, right? And when I had that mindset to be like, I need to compete, then I looked for a professional bodybuilding coach. I'm someone who would be able to take my physique to the stage, because there's a difference between a transformation and being stage ready for a show.
Yeah, yeah.
Two completely different contrasts. And then, I've just ran with it since. But diet is everything.
Yeah.
It's true when they say diet is 80%, training is 20%.
Yeah.
Because without the diet, your physique is not going to be able to look the way you want it to look. So,
wow. That's so interesting though, because I think a lot of people think that the narrative is train consistently and you'll just see results. And even what you said, like I've realized when I was taking gym very seriously, it's the results speak in the kitchen rather than in the gym. Like you could go to the gym, I don't know, half-an-hour sessions. They could be high intensity, but if you're not eating correct, you won't actually see those results pan through.
100%.
And I think you mentioned something key in the sense of mentorship, because you had a coach. So how important was mentorship for you? You said they took it to the next level to ensure you were stage ready.
Yeah.
So how do you think mentorship has actually helped in your personal life as well outside of bodybuilding?
To be honest, bodybuilding as a whole
Yeah.
has helped with my professional career.
Yeah.
It's given me that discipline.
Yeah.
Right? It's given me that structure.
Yeah.
It's giving me that accountability.
Yeah.
And having a mentor there to keep you in line, especially when you're going through hard times when you're prepping for a show.
Yeah.
It's just that someone, just to give you that accountability to be like, you know what, you're doing well, keep it up.
Yeah.
Because when you're getting down to, so for me, for example, at the level I'm at, when I'm getting down below sub 10% body fat, your mind plays games on you. You go down to a dark place. We bodybuilders call it the trenches.
Wow.
Where like you can't think straight. Your mental is all over the place. You're constantly critiquing yourself in terms of, even though you look incredible, but you're comparing yourself to other competitors. But for me, I stay in my lane. But there's a particular image in my mind that I want to particularly attain. But bodybuilding, like, we are chasing perfection. You will never ever be able to get that perfect physique. It's just about improving and getting better. So having a mentor there to guide you, it just makes life a lot easier, especially when you're prepping for a show. And like I said, outside of bodybuilding, it's helped me massively. It's opened up so much doors for me. Literally so much doors for me. My first contract role, the IT manager, he was a client. I essentially went to support one of his clients on site. And obviously, me being a big guy, my presence, I walk into any kind of room and people notice me. And the people, they want to get to kind of know you. And I like to carry myself to a high standard in a professional environment.
Of course,
Right? And me and him just kind of built some form of relationship. He used to do dual work back in the days. I used to do dual work. We connected.
Got you.
And then one day I just approached him and said, you know what, you're all contractors here. I'm working for, at the time I was working for a Chinese company, and they were making me go up and down the country on like minimum wage. They will work you hard. The Chinese don't play around. Like if you're supposed to be working a 37-hour shift, they'll try and get 50 hours from you. And there's no increase in pay. I just approached him, had a conversation, and he said, oh, you're interested in becoming a contractor? And, you know, he's like, watch this space. We had a few more conversations and, you know, opened doors for me. And since then, doors have just been opening. Because again, it's the way you carry yourself as well. Because there's a lot of people that have a particular persona of what bodybuilders are like. But then when they get to know you, you're a humble guy and you just carry yourself with elegance. People say, oh, okay, this is different. He's not what I thought he is. You know?
Exactly.
And then things just grow from there. So it has helped massively. And, you know, I'm so thankful that I've just been consistent with it. But for me, the reason why I'm so consistent with training, again, is that fear of being obese. That is still within me now. That hasn't changed. So I put on weight rapidly. Like after my last show, I was 100 kilos. I'm 121 kilos now. And not even trying. Literally not even trying. Just eating and my waist is, because I've just got a slow metabolic rate. So I'm always conscious of that. That's what keeps me in the gym.
I got you. Okay.
I hate doing the cardio. But I have to do the cardio.
100%.
And then, you know, do the weight training in the evening. But it's because I'm thinking long term instead of short term.
So, and what would you say, because obviously there's youngsters, there's people like, I think Nathaniel Messiah, for example, I think he does bodybuilding or
he does
weight.
He's a power lifter.
So powerlifting in that regard. How do you see those sense of competitions?
So for me, my bodybuilding naturally, my body type naturally wants to be a power lifter.
Got you. Okay.
Because that's why, hence I'm able to put on weight rapidly. Very strong in the gym. I used to do like 300 deadlifts without even trying. I used to bench crazy 180 without even trying. So all the compound lifts I was really good at. Squats I needed to improve a bit more. But a lot of people hate doing squats.
Everyone hates legs. Well,
trust me.
If you're a guy anyway.
We generally do. But I find that the taller you are, the harder it is, squatting wise. But other compound movements, you're able to kind of compensate. So powerlifting is all about lifting the weight from A to B. But bodybuilding is more about conditioning the muscle.
Got you.
Repetitive work. Forming that muscle. It's all about how it aesthetically and visually looks.
Okay.
Whereas with powerlifting, it's not really about how you look. It's just moving the weight from A to B. And staying within a particular weight limit. For your category.
That explains why you've got powerlifters that aren't as toned, for example.
Exactly.
So what would you say? So would you say your training, let's say a typical day with you training wise, is yours mainly muscular endurance then? Is that how you train, or is it more high intensity?
So it is muscular endurance, high intensity, but I mix it up depending on where I am in my season.
Okay.
So if I'm bulking,
Yeah.
I will do less repetitions,
Yeah.
higher weights. If I'm in my competitive season, so cutting season, I will then do more reps because
Yeah.
it's a form of cardio endurance as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like you're doing your cardio in the morning and then you're trying to excuse me, exhaust the muscle.
Yeah, yeah.
So you essentially it's like extra cardio. Anything to kind of condition the muscle.
Yeah.
To try and get down to your body weight. If you have a body weight cap, or just to get as lean and aesthetic as possible.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more to it than I think a lot of people think. And I think you giving that insight is crazy because, as you said, you're now training, you're competing in shows. So what is it like actually being on stage? Like, what is that like?
The first time I ever stepped on stage was actually nerve-wracking because I'm the type of person, I don't like being the center of attention. So like if parties are arranged for me, you know like surprise birthday parties.
Yeah, you're not here for it.
I've hated it, bro.
Right.
I'm not here for it. So I hate I just feel it's not as authentic.
Yeah.
Going into an environment and everyone's there for you. I hate that. So my first bodybuilding show was actually quite daunting, to be honest. Wow. Having the confidence, because literally you're just in, for me, it was just like, not trunks, but like, you know those swim kind of trunks?
Yeah, yeah.
But the broad
like
shorts.
yeah.
We call it broad shorts. And essentially you've had to get tanned.
Wow.
And, going on stage and everyone's just looking at you doing your routine and you're thinking, I can't mess this up, I can't mess this up, I can't mess this up. And going through the different transitions.
Yeah.
You have to kind of still get yourself psyched.
Okay, yeah.
But even up to now, I'm definitely a lot more confident.
Yeah.
But like, I still have to kind of psych myself up. And I think what helps nowadays is with the categories, especially my category, you come on together.
Okay.
So the judges have a holistic view of everyone on stage. And then you go off stage and then the individuals. So going on stage initially helps calm the nerves.
Yeah.
Because obviously everyone's there to win, right? And then you're able to transition into your routine when you go back on stage. But yeah, the first couple of times was scary, man. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
But then you get used to it.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's like talking in front of the camera.
Yeah.
The first time you're scared, you start fumbling on your words, and then as you get used to it, it just becomes second nature.
Yeah.
And essentially that's where it is for me now. It's just second nature. Wow.
And you'd say, I would also say, like, based on your career, as you said, being an IT consultant as well, you now understand that how that's helped you as well in that regard, being on stage, because you have to have that confidence in order to put yourself in an uncomfortable position to then showcase your talent or showcase it, like what you've worked hard for. So what would you say is the hardest thing though in regards to being a bodybuilder?
It's an easy question for me, bro. So food, dieting is hard.
That's the hardest part.
For me, I have to be more aggressive with it compared to the average person because I struggle to lose the weight.
Got you.
I'm a hard loser, but an easy gainer. If I tell you my last show, the last 2 months of my last show, I was on 800 calories, you won't believe me.
800?
800 calories, because my body type, honestly, it's hard for me to strip the weight. And I was doing like an hour and a half cardio in the morning and then go back in the evening to weight train. So for me, it's definitely the diet because I'm just a hard gainer.
Wow.
Well, I'm a hard loser more like.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And let's say, I don't know, let's say for example, let's say a youngster, let's say, I don't know, they're 19 and they want to be in the same position you're in right now. What would you say is the key aspects you're looking for in order for their success? What would you advise them?
With anything in life?
Yeah.
Be consistent. Show up.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 16 years, bro.
Wow. Yeah.
16 years of showing up every single day. Minimum 4 to 5 times a week. Showing up and being consistent.
Yeah.
and always look at the long-term goal. I always knew in my 20s, I'm going to look my best in my 30s because the muscle matures, you know. You get that hard, mature muscle and you're going to look the best. With anything in life, be consistent and you'll get to where you need to be. And essentially, that's all it is. Because you don't know if you have the genetic profile to be a great bodybuilder.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at me and like, oh, it's just genetics. Yeah, genetics has a small part to do with it.
Yeah.
But showing up and doing the work is the most important attribute.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's all I would tell any youngsters trying to get into this industry. Just show up.
Show up.
Just be consistent.
Yeah.
And your physique, honestly, will take you there. I always tell the youngsters in the gym when they come up to me and say, oh, you look incredible. And that's like, you look great too. Show up, be consistent. By the time you get to my age, you'll be better than me. I always say that to them.
I get you, yeah.
You know, gives it some form of motivation.
Yeah, yeah.
To just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry about what you see on social media. I think that's the hardest thing for the younger generation. They see things on social media and think, oh, I want it now.
Exactly, yeah.
Whereas in my time, we didn't really have social media like that. It was coming up, but we weren't pretty exposed to it. So everyone was just like, yeah, just training as usual. So now everyone wants that kind of validation from social medias. So it makes it harder.
Got you. Yeah,
You know?
yeah, in order for you to actually progress. And let's take it back to your younger self now. What were you like as a kid? Like, what were your hobbies? Because obviously it stems from somewhere.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying? So what was it that you were?
Do you know what? This is
enjoyed?
a very interesting question because a lot of black bodybuilders like myself, our childhood was quite similar in terms of we used to watch a lot of anime. So looking at someone like giving us
You're not
Dragon
wrong.
Ball Z, Goku, and thinking, oh my God, look at his physique.
Yeah.
It's like amazing.
Yeah.
And just envisioning yourself just having a physique like that.
Yeah.
That was like the blueprint for us.
yeah.
So we weren't looking at people like Arnold Schwarzenegger or all those kind of bodybuilders. We were looking at Goku. Like, even though it's like fictional cartoon character, right? We were like, we need to look like this guy.
Yeah.
And my childhood literally was just anime and playing games.
Wow.
I was a big PC nerd.
Right.
You know,
okay.
I used to stay at home on the weekends, you know, during the summer holidays and play a game called RuneScape. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yes.
That game took my soul, bro. Took my soul. I almost failed my GCSE because of that game, bro. Honestly, crazy. Got like 1099 skills. Oh, gosh. That game took my soul, honestly. Everyone knew me when I played that game. It was crazy.
Days. So it's like that young side is it's almost a kiddish side.
Yeah.
And I think everyone has to experience that. Because similar to what you're saying, I was at home playing 2K. I was playing 2K, I was playing GTA, single player games, wasn't really out as much.
Yeah.
And literally, as you're saying, I think the gym side for me really started when, I don't know, it came to COVID. And I was very like self-conscious on my appearance because I was like, damn, like Nathan, like you lost bare weight, you look mad skinny, like this is not great. So I remember like I was with my boys and I invested in like a home workout routine because we actually couldn't go to the gym because gyms were closed. So I was doing like resistant bands and whatnot, so I ordered that from Amazon, started there, and then I was just training, eating. I was doing a mad thing. I was eating a lot. I was having like 6 eggs in the morning.
Sounds about right.
4 sausages. Like I was just going in, and then I conditioned my body so that when it came to now like going to the gym, I was ready because of the home workouts. So I had literally went to the gym with my boys. I remember we had a group session, and like the day after, they didn't join me the day after because their bodies were finished from the fact that
I can imagine. Yeah.
they like you hadn't trained in however long, but I was obviously conditioning my body. And yeah, basically like I remember that journey, I just was able to gain so much weight, but at the same time, because I was training, having a high intake of protein, it was easy for me to put on the muscle. Similar to you, I have a very slow metabolism. So it's like if I eat and I'm not watching what I'm eating, then it starts to put on quite easily. But yeah, just not, I just can't do 8 burgers in one sitting.
I can't do that now.
Yeah,
Literally,
yeah.
I look back and I'm like, Gabriel, how the hell did you used to do that?
Yeah.
I can have like 2 double cheeseburgers, and even that's a push for me now.
Yeah, yeah.
But looking back and doing like 8 or 9 double cheeseburgers.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy work.
Crazy. I don't think it's, not for me. Not for me. What would you say is like your favorite food then? Like your favorite food that is the key to consistent results?
My favorite food. Out of my dieting regime, to be honest, I'm very basic when it comes to training.
I hear it.
And dieting. And it stems back to my childhood. Growing up on chicken and rice. It's just a standard staple, right?
Yeah.
So for me, just standard chicken and rice. And I love broccoli as well. So a staple bodybuilding diet is just ideal for me.
Yeah.
So the thing is just the lack of it. When I have to eat small amounts of it, which I'm even still doing now, and I'm in my bulking period.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of bodybuilders are eating 3 times the amount of calories that I'm eating for them to put on size.
That's crazy.
And even when I compete, I'm still one of the biggest guys on stage, for my category.
That is crazy though.
So, yeah, chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice,
staple.
staple.
Chicken and rice and broccoli, honestly.
Is it plain rice? You're going J rice?
Plain rice.
Plain
bro.
rice.
J rice, no, bro. No way. I leave that as a cheat meal, man. Too much oil.
Yeah, it
But
is.
you know what's a hack, though? And my new coach, well, I've been with him for the last year and a half. Extra virgin olive oil on jasmine rice. Oof.
Serious?
I'm telling you, game changer.
Serious?
It brings out the flavor in the rice, and it's healthy. It's good fats,
Right.
good carbs.
Okay.
And then you have your protein source and your veg. Oh my God. I can eat that.
Does the job.
Does the job. I put a bit of chili flakes in my chicken, all-purpose seasoning, chicken seasoning, a little bit, and that's it. I'm good. I'm good, man.
Right.
Tastes as good as J rice to me, bro. Honestly.
It does the job. That's the main thing. Okay, cool. I'm thinking then. So, let's say let's say you're out and about, and you have to have a cheat meal. What's your go-to? Because it's not because obviously we've said J rice is a cheat meal, but let's say you're out and about and you don't have access to those facilities.
But are we talking about cheat meal, or are we talking about a healthy alternative meal? Because my cheat meal is kind of wild, bro. My cheat meal is wild.
I think everyone has a wild cheat meal though. Everyone needs to. You need some sense of balance.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's what allows me to be consistent.
Yeah.
Because if I don't have something that I'm looking forward to at the end of the week, I will spiral.
Yeah.
I cannot just maintain a bland diet for 12, 13, 14 weeks. And if my coach is watching this, I'm sorry, coach, but I have to keep it real. Like on the weekend, bro, like I had pizza yesterday, bro.
How big are you talking?
You know the Costco pizzas?
All to yourself?
No, me and my girl boxed it.
Okay. I was gonna say, yo. Nah, fairs. Those are big slices.
Bro, literally, we had like 2 slices each.
Okay. That's all right.
But
That's all right.
it's like 6-slice pizza, bro.
Yeah,
massive,
it's
man.
huge. It's huge. The calories in one slice is mad.
It's crazy.
It's like Domino's. Domino's is mad.
Bro, it's crazy. I think when we looked at it yesterday, the whole pizza was 5,000 calories, bro. 5,000 calories. I looked at my girl, I was just thinking, 5,000 calories?
Dark. Dark.
It is what it is. It is what it is. And I've got a weakness for cookies. Cookies and ice creams, bro. Oh, gosh.
What type of cookie though?
You know those New York style cookies?
Yeah.
Those proper thick ones
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
gooey in the middle. Warm them up.
Yeah.
Haagen-Dazs, vanilla ice cream. That's me, bro.
Damn.
I go in, bro.
You go
I go
in.
in. I go in.
So that's your favorite dessert?
That's my favorite dessert. Yeah, the pizza. So the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pizza.
Yeah.
And the cookies. Together. The combination together.
Combination.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's like the wild,
Yeah.
crazy cheat meal. To the fact where I still haven't eaten. This morning I haven't eaten because I'm still full from yesterday. Yeah.
That is
Like, I need to
mental.
feel full.
Yeah.
And then I can lock him back in for the week.
My days. Fairs.
Yeah, man.
So now we're talking about appearance now, because we're talking about comps, we're talking about how important that is. So, for example, obviously, you're not going to go to these competitions, with an expired trim. You're gonna look sharp. You know,
Of course.
How important is a haircut to you?
So it's not just important to me, it's important to the judges.
Yeah.
It's part of your routine in terms of your presentation,
Okay.
right? So the way you present yourself on stage is essentially going to affect your mark and your placings.
Yeah.
So for me, before I compete, I always ensure I tell Yam, listen, I've got a show coming up. You need to work your magic.
Yeah.
So it's critical. Normally, I tend to get a trim every other week anyways, generally.
Yeah.
But for my shows, it's impeccable. Like,
Yeah.
for me, it's just as important as stepping on stage.
Wow. Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys do an amazing job here. And Yam's my go-to. And now, obviously, he's telling me to come to you. So, the next couple of days, I'm going to be working in with you. As you can tell, I'm not as fresh today,
It's okay.
I'm going to have to put your skills to the test.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Nah, it's good. Well, and obviously, when you're younger, every African household, we know what type of haircut we used to get. One all over.
Yeah.
What was the trim you used to get? Same, one all over.
One all over. I didn't have a choice. Until I started working and earning my own money and I can
Pay for your haircut.
Pay for my haircut.
Yeah.
It was a one all over. But to be fair, I will be honest, like in my late, I would say 16, 17, I grew my hair.
Okay.
So I had a massive afro.
Okay.
And for some reasons, unlike, an African mother, to be like, oh, you could grow your hair. I like you've got nice hair. You should grow it. And then I did cornrows for a while.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was either the low trims or cornrow. And before I went to uni, because obviously you know how expensive as a student trying to get your hair done, I just cut it all off.
Yeah.
And then I just did the little Jerichos.
Yeah.
It
looks nice though.
Honestly, bro.
Yeah.
And that was the style back then.
Yeah. That was how was your uni experience? Because uni's a very interesting one for a lot of people. Some people are quite reserved. Some people are outgoing. Some people hated uni. Some people loved uni. What would you say were your key takeaways from uni?
For me, I didn't enjoy uni like everyone else.
Got you.
Because I prioritized working, gym, and my studies, right? So from anyone who knew me at uni would look at me and say, oh, Gabriel's reserved.
Got you.
Because, like I said to you, I could count in one hand the amount of house parties I went to.
Yeah.
I wasn't really out there.
Yeah.
People just saw me as that guy that went to uni. So for me, uni was a form, gave me that structure and discipline to start training properly. And essentially just to allow me to get my degree and bounce, bro.
Yeah, straight up.
That was it. I literally didn't enjoy uni like everyone else.
Yeah, nah, it's good. And you studied computer science.
Computer science, yeah.
How was that? Because I studied computer science as well at uni. So how it is tough.
It's tough. So many different avenues you could go through. I hated programming.
Same.
I still hate it.
Same.
But, in my line of field, to be able to progress, you have to do some form of programming.
Of course, yeah.
I think one of my favorite subjects was business intelligence. I love that.
Yeah.
Because being able to manipulate data.
Yeah.
And, to get specific information from it, I think it's actually incredible. Using tools like Tableau or Pablo. And yeah, I think that was probably my favorite subject.
Yeah.
How about yourself? How did you find it?
Nah, uni was good. It was good. I think connections-wise, it was good. Computer science, I studied computer science and business, and I loved the business side of it. Like, so back to what you're saying, like almost business intelligence. We had a module that was about entrepreneurship, and basically we had to like make a business from scratch. So shout out to my people at uni. Our little group, we made a business. I think we did like a FIFA tournament, raised some capital, then we reinvested it into like our next event, and then
amazing.
So it was crazy, and that like obviously we had minimal investment costs because someone already had a PS4 at the time, and it was literally just tickets. Then we rented out a small space in an accommodation, plugged it up, and then we had people competing, playing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. We had a quite a good turnout. That was really good, and. Yeah, like the programming side, as you're saying, I think I started to like it more towards my final year because you actually have a passion project rather than you being told what to do, if that makes sense. Like, you have to contextualize your learning to actually have interest with it.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing I realized with my learning ability. Like, if I don't contextualize my learning, I'm gonna tap out. So I had to contextualize it. So I remember I was doing like, I think it was a draft website for like the shop actually. And I remember doing that from scratch. So I was using like HTML, JavaScript, and yeah, it was just really fun. And then I was using, again, Python. What else was I using? There was another language I was using. But I remember like I was proper locked in. Like that was the time where I really was like, this is a different Nathan. Like phone wasn't even anywhere near me. You already know how it gets when you're coding, man. You're sat at the screen at least 5 hours. 5, 6 hours. There's a problem that you need to fix. You keep going back. Sometimes you might not even fix it that same day. You gotta go the next day because you're sleeping on it, you're thinking about it, and then you go the next day. So yeah, but fortunately, as you said, now you're in IT. I'm in IT as well, so it just helps. It helps a lot, and because you have a background in computer science, you understand the technologies that you're putting out there, that you're advising customers and clients, you know, and it's the same with me. So yeah, no, it's wonderful. We're gonna jump onto some quick fire questions.
Okay.
These are some that we like to ask our guests. So, tell us something that people do not know about you. An interesting fact.
Interesting fact people do not know about me. I think I've already touched on it, the fact that I work in IT, I'm an IT consultant. People essentially look at me and think, oh, he must be a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And I don't really put it out there on my socials either. So yeah, the fact that I got a computer science degree,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know that.
Wow. Yeah, it was news to me, to be fair. It was news to me. So, but it makes sense. Like I said, like the way you said, like when you're younger, you're a bit of a nerd. So it's like you like the PC side of it, and you're gaming and stuff. So it makes sense.
And I'm a big anime fan.
Yeah.
I love anime.
What's your favorite anime though?
If I have to take it back, my favorite anime, I'll say it's Naruto, man.
Thank you.
Come on, man.
Thank you.
It's a no-brainer.
No brainer.
It touches on every element, the emotional. People don't get it, man.
This is what I've been saying. So who's your favorite character from Naruto though?
I have to say Naruto, man.
Bro.
I have to say Naruto.
Bro.
My man has come from hardship.
Yeah.
Everyone hated him.
Yeah.
Everyone treated him like crap.
Yeah.
To still being the genuine, humble, authentic guy that he is. You can't get a better character than that.
Yeah.
He's been through
a lot.
I would say even more than Sasuke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sasuke's been through hardship.
Yeah.
But Naruto's been through it.
Yeah.
And still maintained
Yeah.
his character.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a hot take.
So definitely Naruto without even thinking about it.
Right. Oh,
Who's yours? Were you gonna say Sasuke?
No. He don't get twisted. He's cold, but
Yeah.
he's not my favorite. I think my favorite was Kakashi. You know,
I knew you were gonna say
Kakashi
it.
was
literally. I knew. I was thinking to myself, he's gonna say Kakashi.
because bro, he was like his storyline is just mad. Like similar to Naruto, just like exiled in a sense. His dad's upbringing as well. How his dad basically like committed. I think at the time, his best friends died.
I know.
You know, like, and then he technically did die when Pain obviously done his thing, and then he became Hokage as well. Yeah. You know, so I think he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot. Okay, cool. We're going to the next one. What is your go-to music in the gym?
Do you know what? It's a variety of music, you know.
Okay.
But if I'm being honest with myself, I'll say trap, bro. Trap because it's just aggressive.
Yeah.
You're able to just tunnel in and focus.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
When I'm doing my cardio in the morning, because I've recently come back from Brazil, Brazilian kind of music is my thing in the morning.
Right.
But trap music is for weightlifting. It's the one for me, bro.
Because no, but you're right though. Like, I think most people are gonna listen to something intense. Like, if it's not trap, it's gonna be rap, or it might even be rock. I know some people listen to rock as well when they're smashing out weights.
I'm not surprised. Not my music, but not my type of music,
Yeah. I dabble here and there, but
Oh yeah.
just here and there, not crazily, but if like I want something completely different, I might just slap that on just to stimulate the mind a bit.
Okay, makes
yeah,
sense.
not crazily. Yeah, we'll go on to the last one. What has been your favorite holiday destination or trip?
Ah, bros. You know what? I would say Brazil, but if I'm being true to myself, Japan. I went to Japan, obviously being a big anime fan.
Yeah.
I went to Japan in 2019. Was it 2019?
Pre-COVID, okay.
2017, actually. It's
Okay.
2017.
Yeah.
And honestly, best experience of my life in terms of the culture, the food. The food is okay, but just generally, I just think Japan is in its own. They've got their own thing going on.
Yeah.
Like completely different to anywhere else in the world.
Wow.
The streets are so clean
Yeah.
and everyone's so respectful. I remember dropping my rail card, and the elderly man picked it up and gave it to me.
Wow.
You're not ever going to experience that anywhere else in the world.
No.
When I landed, I didn't know how to get to my hostel because a group of us came at erratic times. And a guy saw me, Konnichiwa,
Wow.
and he was just like, "Where are you trying to go?" And he literally jumped on the line with me until I got to my destination. My friend experienced something similar. He took the bus. A lady jumped on the bus with him until he got to the hostel.
Wow.
And she was staying at the other side of Tokyo. People going out of their way, you know? And
Yo.
it's crazy. People are just so lovely, kind. Yeah, it was an experience, honestly.
How long were you out there for?
12 days, I believe, 10 to 12 days. So we did, obviously, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima, where the atomic bomb was dropped, which is very sad when I went to the museum. I literally feel like I bust a tear or two, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just crazy, man. Karaoke day as well was incredible. Oh, bro, I had a good time, man. I told myself, I do want to go back. I want to go back. I haven't managed to go back. My brother, he goes back every year.
Because he knows.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, one of my boys does. He goes I think he's been, the last 3 years, he's been 3 times. Yeah, literally.
surprised.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
He said it's fantastic. Like, he's tempting me, I'll be honest. And now that you're even saying it as well.
Everyone that I know that has been to Japan said it's the best holiday. I've been to a lot of countries as well.
How many have you been to?
I've been to over 20.
Wow. Damn.
So, and I've been to a few of the cities. I've even done 2 cities, 2 countries on one weekend. I've done that a few times.
What?
Yeah.
That must be tiring.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the key thing. If you're having fun with it and you enjoy what you're doing, then you're not really gonna budge.
Exactly.
So one last thing, if you have to say something to, as I said, similar to what I said at the beginning, the younger generation in regards to advice that you could give them, what would you say to them in terms of life? What would you say to them to do to keep them going? What would you advise them to do?
If they have any passion or motivation to go down any particular route, just follow it.
Yeah.
Just show up, be consistent. You will be rewarded. All the greatest people that in any kind of industry, they were consistent.
Yeah.
Regardless of what your family say, if you want to achieve something, don't live your life for anyone else but yourself. You know, because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one to have to deal with it all at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's my advice. Follow your heart,
Yeah.
and whatever you want to achieve, just give it 100% and be consistent. You'll get there. Believe in yourself. That's it.
Proper. Guys, it's been a pleasure. It's been your boy Gabriel and Nathan at Do It For The Art Studios. Thank you for having us. See you later.